Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna mess with this for a second because my stand doesn't want to hold this. So I'm gonna take the cover off and see if that helps. And if you guys can like and comment, I'm gonna see. I have a really hard time sometimes getting. Terry, I see you. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I washed my hair for you guys. I want you to know how important you are to me because I washed my hair. Hang on just a second. I'm going to pop this off. My stand has decided, I'm going to make everyone sick. My stand has decided it does not want to hold my phone anymore. I think it's like losing its oomph maybe. Happy Saturday. I'm on the floor of my bedroom because that's life, guys. You can run this business from anywhere. I still don't have an office. Lindsey Bourne-Green. Hello, hello. I'm going to give it just a second and I'm going to hop right in because I want you guys to be able to jump right in and use this content. So, yes, from my bedroom floor. You too can be a CP. My husband, my very sweet husband, took our 3 small children to the park and the zoo, or the park, and to go to this little, friend's farm to see some animals so that I could, not be, defending myself while I was going live. My kids are 6, 4, and 2. So, I started making some notes about this launching and relaunching for the Skeptic. And I listened to a podcast recently that really gut checked me on some things that I've been talking with other leaders about and training on some other things. And have you guys read Girl Code? I'll start with that. If you guys read Girl Code, it's amazing, first of all. Kira, I always say it wrong, Alwill Liba, also has a podcast called, she has an Instagram called The Champagne Diet, and then her podcast, I can't remember what it's called, but you can search it under her name. Love it. I listen to it on the Stairmaster, or in the car, or when I'm putting my makeup on with my kids. It's a must read. So I will start by saying that this is going to be one of the things, my favorite things that I give away. A ton of my girls have read it. It came highly recommended to me. I have, and I'll post the link too, but if you guys can see that. Yes, she's amazing. As long as you're fine hearing the F word, it doesn't bother me any, but just know that going in. I love her podcast and I'm just super inspired by her. So, oh my gosh, read it this weekend. You have it, but you need to read it. Literally pick that bad boy up and say, I'm going to read this. I'm going to take time for myself and read it. So I listened to a podcast of hers this week and it was literally the bullshit and be 110% unapologetically you, to stand in confidence. So, little backstory. Excuse me. Little backstory. I started in January of 2016. So, I'm going to sprinkle my Senna story in here, and you guys are like, what the hell is she talking about? I promise it'll make sense, because you're like, why is she talking about launching and relaunching? So, when I started, I had 0 intentions of selling it. I just wanted a discount. I didn't even want to pay retail when I first bought it. I watched my upline Kristen's post in her Facebook group for over a month. No, I'm sorry, 2 months before I inquired about getting some product. Then I waited 3 more weeks to actually buy, and I asked her if I could do a swap. I was running a co-op at the time to get some inexpensive Christmas gifts and to make a little bit extra money. We were living kind of paycheck to paycheck, and I asked her if I could swap. Hi, Hazel. I asked her if I could swap her for some Christmas hair bows because Colby was a baby, her daughter, and she was I'm sure she was legit rolling her eyes super far into her head, but she said yes. I tried it. I liked it, and I thought, gosh, I'd like to get some more. That's so much money for us, especially at Christmas. I said I'm going to wait until January. I asked her about the business opportunity. I am an MLM snob. So if you guys have watched Kristen Slough's video, she says that she thought that MLM was a step above prostitution. I literally die every time that she says that because I had friends that I bought from and I enjoyed their products. However, I didn't see the business value. I just thought there's just no way that anybody really makes money doing this, except for like the people at the very top. There's legitimately no way. There's no way that this runs forever. How does that even happen? I mean, literally watch her video. She's hysterical. So when I started selling it, I was not going to sell it. I had some friends and family that were going to order from me. I wanted to pay for my own product. And if I could hit my fast starts and get some free product, I didn't even know that there was skincare until I signed up. And I was like, whatever. Like, I'm sure that they just like have to have like a larger product line, and they just like threw that in there. Yes. So, I mean, I had watched a lot of people, and I don't want to dog any MLMs because people are working hard. They're hustling, and I respect that, whatever you're doing. So I have just seen flashes and pans and people like jump from MLM and just kind of got that like yucky feeling about it. So when I started, I'm going to open up my computer too, because I made some more notes, because I kind of shifted my focus as I was reading that. So that's where I started. I didn't really believe in it. I really did think that I didn't see the business value. Obviously, almost 2 years later, I'm running it as a full-time business last February. So February of 2017, I stepped away from a family business and was supposed to take a company over of my parents, and I opted to step away to run this full-time. So I work from home. I have 3 small children. It's not always pretty. If you guys follow me on Instagram, my friend made me this shirt because we even made a running joke. Like 2 years ago, we had 3 kids in less than 4 years, and so we called it the Greens Baby Farm. So it's not pretty. It's crazy. It's just we get it done. You get it done how you get it done, and I can be home with my children. I can work it around their schedule. Like my husband taking the kids today because I couldn't get anything done this week, but they're only this little once. So that's the choice that I make that works for us. So the first thing I'm going to start with is a quote from Roseanne Barr. It was on this podcast, and it says, "The thing that women have yet to learn," and you guys, I want you to write this down. "The thing that women have yet to learn is that no one gives you power. You take it." So, the thing that women have yet to learn is that no one gives you power. You take it. Megan, don't even say that. Like, I'll start crying because that was like I'm not a crier, but yes, when I stepped away from our job, it was a very, very, very big thing because it was a family business I stepped away from, and my husband still works there. But yeah, it was like bald. So, I want you guys to know, the thing that women have yet to learn is that no one gives you power, you take it. We as women want to apologize for being successful. We want to apologize for running businesses. We want to apologize for making our lives what works for us. We want to apologize for, you name it, we apologize for it. We apologize for leaving our kids on the weekends. I'm not leaving them, they're with their dad. You know what I mean? They're with their dad, just like they're with me during the week. If I need to travel for my business or he travels for his business, we are apologizing for it. So it's taken me a long time to get to the point that I was saying, hey, I believe in this business 110%, and I'll get to why and how I did that. And to be 110% unapologetically whatever you are, a mom, a business person, however. No, Holly, that is something in this podcast that I was like, duh. Like, it just was like this moment where I'm like, yes, we apologize for everything. Hey, I'm so sorry I didn't get back with you sooner. When in reality, I'm hustling all day long and taking care of my family, my business, and my kids, instead of saying like, hey, thanks for being patient. It was like a moment. So that's what kind of inspired me to add this into my training. So when you decide that you are 110% unapologetically you in your business and your life, and not making excuses. So when I started, I would say, hey, don't judge me. I feel like I drank the Koolaid, but yeah, I'm selling Lip Sense for right now. I do really love it. Like, immediately, I'm discounting myself and what I'm doing in something that I really, really love. So I had to really learn. I didn't, again, see the business value. So we had a crazy, from January to probably May, and then we had Summer Slump by my first year. So I didn't know about Summer Slump. Again, this was my first MLM rodeo. I didn't know anything about it. My upline, Kristen, was like, I want you to come to Pit Stop. So I went to Pit Stop. And there I really thought, these women are just like me. I thought it was going to be like a Pink Lady convention with all of these ladies that I didn't have anything in common with. Yes. So I saw the business value and I realized, like, these are all these women that are moms and wives and boss babes and partners, and they're running this as businesses too. For a lot of us, it happened really quickly, and then we saw a slowdown too, and we realized, like, hey, this could really be something, but we're going to have to dig in and do the hustle. We're going to have to dig in and do the work. So I'll kind of get to how I relaunched my business here in a second. You guys are like, why is she such a spaz? Kristen Tidwell, my upline, and like one of my best friends, says all the time, why say in 5 words what we can say in 5,000? Like, concise is not our strong suit. So, there are so many of us, I think, that felt that way and are embarrassed of what we're doing. I was there, so go ahead and own it. Just say it out loud. Say, I was embarrassed to be working for an MLM. Like, it's okay. Like, own it. Say it out loud. Like, it's okay. We can all be together in saying that. We are, kind of making things non-traditionally. We are breaking the rules of what it means to be businesswomen. I have a team of boss babes that were nurses, nurse practitioners, pharmacists, attorneys, law degrees, doctorates, master's degrees. I have a bachelor's degree, and I was halfway through my master's program. So I think if we can try to flip the switch and say, I'm not going to apologize for that. One, I'm not going to apologize for doing something I love. I'm not going to apologize for making it what I want. I'm not going to apologize for writing my own story. And I'm not going to apologize for designing a life. Not a life by default, but a life by design. Don't be embarrassed. You have to say, I'm hustling. I'm working a legitimate business. If you go down in your Facebook feed, how many boutiques do you see that sell to you? Probably from their home. A lot of them do. They are no different than you. They are no different. It is no different. I was in trucking. My family still is. They've been in trucking their whole lives. My dad, my whole life. So I was a salesperson for them in the trucking industry. I was not apologizing for that. No more than I was apologizing for, here's the thing. Women are always going to wear makeup, right? Even when we had like pennies to like rub together, I was budgeting for at least a little bit of makeup and to get my hair done every so often because it was important to me. We are just giving women the very best option. I don't care where it comes from. If it comes from a boutique or a home or when I realized the business value and I realized the business opportunity. I realized the long game. I realized that I could make this a business long term, that it wasn't just a flash in the pan. I literally had a why of I'm going to pay for the down payment on the house that we were building, right? So when we did that, and I have a great story about literally that they were saying, like, you've got to bring more money at the closing table. I was paying for our construction loan out of Synergens. It's like the Senna house. And your why will shift. And I thought it will just die out. It's really fun now because I was selling to everyone. It was pretty new in my area. And I won't go into that because I can like troll, like squirrel off and be like on a different topic, but on saturation. I'm from a small town called Joplin, Missouri. And within our area, we have almost 5 crown princesses. Karen's on here. She's going to hit next. And then the other team in Joplin, this is from 2 teams, will have probably 10 crown princesses in like a 30-mile radius. But I didn't know that other team at all. I didn't know one of them. We have not a ton of overlap, and we just do. Like, it's going to happen. As far as like people that we know, we have completely different networks. I know Jessica has a team up in Idaho. I don't have one person in Idaho, but I have, other pockets. and other places that they don't. So don't discount your network. So, okay, I squirreled a little bit. So I'm coming back. This is something else. So we talked about it a little bit at Pit Stop, and I can't remember who said it. It was talking about your elevator pitch. So when people ask you, well, what do you do? Like when you're traveling or whatever, the same reason that I used to be embarrassed when I was staying home with our son when he was first born, my oldest. I was embarrassed. I was like, well, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I'm in grad school. Like I was embarrassed of that when one of the most amazing things that we can do is take care of our children. Like my husband tells me all the time, like I couldn't do that. And he's right. So he really could. He doesn't want to though. So know your elevator pitch, know what you do. If you say, yeah, I work for a cosmetic company and I help women start businesses, or I help women start businesses from home through a cosmetics company. Really? Like what cosmetics company? Like you tell me more about that. Because yes, people say multi-level marketing or network marketing. It's no different. When I was in trucking sales, I worked my network, y'all. That was the very first thing that I did. I worked my network. We use social media, in a sense. It's no different. So when you start really thinking about what it is that you do and give value to it and say, this is real, this is legitimate, don't apologize for it. Make no apologies for it. Know your elevator pitch to know what you do. When people say, what have you been up to? Say it. I'm working from home now, actually. I've made, made what was a side hustle a full-time business. I've been doing it for 2 years, and I've been doing it as a full-time business for a year. I have a team of 1,500 women. They did $3 million in sales last year. We're at $2 million in sales this year with a full organization of almost $4 million in sales. So I'm not apologizing for anything. So where that ties in is that I was even embarrassed to be like, I earned a car. So I earned a car really quickly. I didn't even know I was car qualified. They didn't used to send emails like they do now. Kristen and I didn't know I was car qualified. And so she texted me from seminar. I had registered and then I couldn't go. My dad is in kidney failure. So at the time, anyway, long story, I ended up not going. So she texted me from seminar because they had my name on the list, and she was like, hey, you're car qualified. And we were like, oh, so we should probably go look at that in the back office. So I was afraid to tell people. I was like, I'm sure it won't last. I'm sure it's just whatever. So I didn't use my car qualification for 6 months. We were also building a house, and we had paid off cars, and I didn't want to screw that up. You know what I mean? Even I wanted to make sure we were making the right decision for our family. So we did. So months later, I did. Months later, it's not cool, guys. Months later, I got a minivan. But my gosh, guys, it's the best thing since sliced bread if you have small children. Sliding doors are a game changer. They're the thing that dreams are made of if you have small children. I don't know why I waited so long. So when people ask you, what have you been up to? What are you doing? I finally started telling my friends. After Pit Stop, I realized, I am one of those people that I go all in. So I decided I'm going to give it until the end of the year. I will have done it for an entire year. I will have said at the end of it that I've done everything that I can to see if this could take off. So we offer to relaunch and launch everyone. So I want you guys to know that at any point in your business, at any point in your downline's businesses, you can relaunch. I have girls that went inactive that were signed up with me the very first month that I was a distributor. The first 3 months I was a distributor. Some fell off after out of stocks. Hey, that's okay. You have to make this work for you. You have to make it work. That wasn't for everybody, and that's okay. But they're signing back up, and we're relaunching them. Even if they stayed active but were not quite as active, you can relaunch. So we went through August and made a game plan that I was going to book myself out for one vendor event at least every month. I had to make sure that it worked. I was still working another job, and I had my kids and stuff. And I just told my husband, here's what I'm doing. I just want you to be on board and know what this looks like. And he was like, hey, I trust you. I believe in you. Let's do it. And then I was going to do at least one demo a week. I was going to try to front load them in the first of the month, hoping that I'd flip them into distributors. So I started talking about my business a little bit more, even to my best girlfriends. They were good customers of mine, but I didn't talk to about the business side much. And so we have like a group chat of my like very best girlfriends from high school. So I said, hey girls, I need a super favor. I'm looking to spread my network more. I'm gonna see what this business can do. I'm still card qualified, so maybe this is the thing. I'm really loving it. Would you guys host a demo? So I was unapologetic. I dug in. I was gonna be willing to do the work. And I just knew that it might fail. So you have to know that, like, if you're not failing, then you're not really doing anything if you're not failing at something. So one of my very best friends, Janelle, she's one of my very first customers. Janelle is in Arkansas, so just across the state line from me, like an hour, and said, yeah. She's like, I love parties and I love makeup and I want a discount. So she said, I actually have a bunch of stuff I want to order. This will make me feel better about spending the money. And I was like, perfect, and we get to hang out and drink wine. So great. There's Janelle. Okay, so when I said we went down and had her party, Janelle didn't really know I was paying attention. I mean, not paying attention, but like mattered. So she said, yeah, I'd actually been seeing that you were card qualified and that you had qualified for a trip to the Bahamas. Guys, I was still a skeptic, and I'd earned a trip to the Bahamas. So I'm a spaz, right? Okay. So, and business-wise, like my parents have always run their own business, so I know what a business takes and I know what the work means. And I know, and again, like they were super skeptical, and I'll get into that in a minute. So we launched her. She had a huge launch party. We had the most fun we've ever had. It was just, not ever. I always have fun at demos. And a couple days later, I didn't ask her if she wanted to be a distributor. I thought, if she wants to be a distributor, she's going to ask me. She knows what I'm doing. She knows where to find me. She's a great customer. So in general, at a party, I always offer like a blanket. And then I offer like a blanket sentence choice. And then I offer it as people are checking out, like, hey girl, just so you know, you can either be my customer, I'm going to take the best care of you, or you can get a 20 to 50% discount, especially, and do be like aware, if they're buying a collection and they don't want to buy anything else, let them be your customer, let them be a hostess. Then so she texted me a couple days later and was like, hi, like, I just want to know more about the business opportunity. And I was like, I wish somebody could have seen I was like, so Janelle is a full-time pharmacist and like super boss babe, right? I had no idea that she was looking for a way to earn. She had left a retail pharmacy and went to work for a hospital pharmacy as their pharmacy director to have better hours for her children. She has very small children that are the same ages as two of my children, which is awesome and fun. And she was looking to replace a bonus. She said, I would like to have, earn enough money to replace that bonus. I didn't know that because I hadn't asked her, and she's one of my very best friends. So, guys, let this be like a huge lesson. You have to get over yourself. You have to get over asking for it, because if you don't ask for the business, if you don't ask for the demo, if you don't dig in and do the work, nobody's going to do it for you. If you don't get over it and say, like, I'm not apologizing for what I do. I work really hard. It's not magic. It's not, I don't sit around and just like pull a paycheck. I train girls. I plan events. I do demos. We travel and do trainings. We are always trying to think of better ways to move our businesses forward. I'm working on a website. I'm trying to redo branding. We work really hard, and I'm not apologizing for that. So yes, Angela, you just have to get over it. Like, when you finally get over it and say, like, and fake it, you're gonna have to fake it till you make it. You're gonna have to just own it. The same reason that I think I was successful in the beginning is I didn't know what I was doing, but I loved it, so I just shared it, and I messed it up. I went to my first like little demo. I had a friend that was like, hey, will you bring some colors over? We're all hanging out for my birthday. We've been drinking. Come hang over and have some wine. And I was like, of course, duh, like wine, like sure, sign me up. And I took my colors. Well, I literally had just signed up, and I said, excuse me, I put my phone in. I said, yeah, sure. Well, I took Q-tips, y'all. Q-tips, so that they could test colors with Q-tips. I had two girls from that party end up signing up to be distributors, and it was great. It was great. And then she ended up having an actual demo later, but it was great. I got in front of people. Like, I messed it up and was like, well, that does not work. We're gonna have to really dig in and be like, okay, let's find the rest of the information and like the things that I need to like run this. Q-tips, you guys, like, Sapphire Crown Princess over here. You guys, like, mess it up. Get in deep and mess it up. Okay, I'm trying not to, like, make this too super long. I get really passionate about the business, and I get really passionate about my girls. I get really passionate about what it is that we do, and it's not just lipstick, guys. And I want you guys to be able to take some things away that are really awesome. We're not going to apologize for working our businesses. I'm the same way. I didn't want to step on toes. I didn't want I was hounded, I felt like, because from another MLM for a really long time. I get it. She supports her family, but it was done in a way that I was like, no, thank you. It didn't speak to me, so it just didn't. And I'd never tried the product, so they went in for the kill, like, immediately. So I said, I'm not going to be that. I am not going to message people. Here's the thing. And I still deal with this. We always deal with that part that's like, gosh, it's making me uncomfortable. Get uncomfortable, because here's the thing. I asked somebody, I was following up. She hadn't responded to one of my messages. So I followed up again. I thought, gosh, I just want to let her know. I know that she wanted some hand cream and some more lip balm because she lives in Montana. So she was like, I'm so sorry I hadn't texted you back, just busy with the kids' school. Because life and children and baby farms, like whatever. And she helps run her husband's business. So she said, I've actually been thinking of signing up. She was a major boss babe. I love her. And had I not gotten uncomfortable and followed up with her, I would have never known that. Do you know why? Because another skincare company had asked her to sign up. I didn't. I had given her information every time she bought from me. She's a customer. I had given her the Synergence Choice one time. She was very happy. She loves lip scents. It healed up her lips. She lives in Montana. So when she says that, we got to talking. So I got on a phone call with her yesterday, because I do that with any of my girls that are out of town. And I said, she said, what really got me is that this seems very user-friendly, because there's no auto ship, no monthly minimum, where in other companies, they have to order so much a month to stay active. Well, we can make it work in our own lives. Life is going to happen. There's going to be bad months. If you're running a lippy empire, you keep it running because that's your full-time job. If you're a hobby seller or you're a discount customer, let it be that. Let it be that. We have every end of the spectrum. Of all of my girls on my team, you have to let them make it their own. So asking and getting uncomfortable. I didn't want to ask, Janelle's on here, and she makes it very good. I'm going to read Janelle's. Janelle said, I rolled my eyes at first when I told people I signed up because I didn't want to feel that way. I had felt about MLMs in the past. I had to get over it, and I realized I love it because of the science. It's amazing, and I love showing why this stuff works. So yeah, and that's the thing about leading with confidence. When you start leading with confidence, people are like, she's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's true. I'm a super hot mess, but I love it, and I lead with confidence. And I think that if you come at it in a way that's like, okay, so they say, what other products do you have? Well, I've come in the beauty book, and I'm not really sure. I think they're okay. Wrong. Dig in there and say, girlfriend, it's got Cineplex Complex. It is the best skincare out there, whatever it is. Oh my gosh, lip scents. I love it. It's going to heal up your lips. You're going to love it. Let's find you a color. You've got to lead with confidence and be unapologetic about what you do. So get uncomfortable. Had I not gotten uncomfortable and asked Janelle, I didn't want to badger. I feel like I was badgering even my best friends. My family did not hold demos. My family was not even customers for a while. My best friends were customers and love and support me, and my family loves and supports me. That's just not where I dug into. I dug in externally because I thought those people are going to come to me if they want it. So you need to be able to ask for that. This is also important as to why you demo. So Janelle, you can tell me if you're still on here. From her demo, she hit Crown Princess. She signed up the very last day of August last year. And she hit Crown Princess in end of February, 1st of March, while working a full-time job being a pharmacist. She's been a customer of mine for 9 months. 9 months. What would have happened if I hadn't asked her for the business? Not just for my business, but from her demo, we have a second crown princess who's now a ruby crown princess. We have Marcy, who ended up signing, who is has over a $500,000 team. Jill, there's just a whole mess of them. So you've got to get uncomfortable. You've got to ask for the business. Had I not done that, think of all of those women's lives who are leaving jobs, who are staying home with children, who are, we have, and I don't know if Valerie's on here, we have women who need to take time off of work and have other businesses. And because of Synergence, they can do that to be with sick children, with sick parents. They can help support sick parents. They can, it's just, you guys know that it's about more than lipstick. And I think about all of those lives, and when you get uncomfortable, sometimes it's God like nudging you, and the Holy Spirit being like, I didn't put you here on accident. Like, I didn't put you here on accident. You're not here. None of you guys are here by accident. We think about, there's women on my team, and I'm going to try to do this without crying. If you guys can say a prayer today, because we are Synod Sisters and we're talking about this, we have a very sweet Synod sister in one of my downlines that lost her daughter yesterday. And I need you guys to just say some really big prayers for her. And that kind of leads me into my next thing. And we talk about it being worth more. It's just about more than lipstick. So again, when I started, like, I'm competitive. I had goals to meet. I wanted to hit my fast starts. I like ranking up, like it's my love language. And I hadn't made that shift. So I'm going to move on because I'm not going to like break down. We're going to laugh and cry and all in the same video. So one of the reasons why I became 110% unapologetic. One, I have a really big why. I have the big why. Your why should make you cry. And I have the big why. And it was my children and paying for their private school, paying for this home. We needed more space. That's a whole nother story. And then I started seeing like that I was getting messages from women and the way that this was blessing them. And I was really uncomfortable talking about my own experiences. I have 3 small children. I did not have postpartum with my first 2 children. I really did with my third. Like I said, I had 3 children in less than 4 years. Like, surprise! We're blessed abundantly with fertility, where God blesses with these perfect children. And I had postpartum. And part of Synergence was giving me something of my own, 1. And 2, it gave me these women in my life that changed my life. And they may have saved my life. The things that not everyone sees, maybe you don't see when you first start as a distributor, I have some of my very best friends that are on even different teams. They are even on different teams who have become my inspiration and sources of strength and just amazing boss babes and human beings. And I literally, when I started, I had good friends. I have my sisters, I have a good family, and I didn't need any more friends. I wasn't looking for that. What I didn't realize was that I did. God had a much bigger plan for all this. And had I not been with Synergence, had I not been with this company, I'm not sure I would have, I think I would have eventually, but I would not have had the strength to dig in, to take care of myself. I had the finances to start taking care of myself. I had the finances to, this is funny, I got a trainer. I love to work out. I ran track in college. I was able to do that because I had the financial means to do so. And through that, I got healthier. I started to really look at my life and all the things that I needed and was able to get healthy. And so when I have women on other teams that message me and we see the confidence and the changes in them over a year, 6 months, we have a couple of those stories on our team, and they just move me and shake me to my core because I know that God's working in this from top to bottom. Like, you have to feel that with that's why it's so important we love these live trainings and being able to do this. You guys got to get to your other trainings, because I would have never met some of these women had I not gone to the Kool-Aid parties. So that is a big part of why I became unapologetic in my drinking of the blue Kool-Aid. Yeah, I drink the Kool-Aid. I do, because I believe in it. I believe in the company that is, it's based in rock, it's based in the word, it's based in truth. They have a proven history of direct sales. They started in 1999. Like, I don't make any apologizes. You know, it's a women-owned business, all of these things. So I don't apologize for any of that. Again, everybody gets a launch. So, hey, let's talk about the actual topic, Linz. So you guys right now, if you're on here saying like, I just don't know where to start, take a step. One step today. Message someone and ask them for the demo. If they say no, great. It's a no. It's on your way to another yes. If you need a relaunch, contact your upline. Upline's inactive. See who your crown princess is in the back office. Don't know who it is, we'll help you. Don't be afraid, one, and don't think that my upline has been massively helpful, and I'm super blessed that she's not anywhere close to me. I was in Missouri. There was nobody here doing it. I had nobody to like swap colors with or do anything. Train wise, I just dug in, which is partly my personality, like to be that annoying. But you can do it yourself. You can have a lip and sip. I empower all of my girls that don't live here. I launch them on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, guess what? You're going to do a lip and sip. Okay, why do I launch everybody? You never know who your business builders are going to be. I have people sign up. I'm like, hey, girl, let me know your goals. I'm going to send you some information, but I'm going to tailor it. If I have girls that are local that sign up, I try to meet them for coffee or happy hour or whatever, so we can just talk it through. Some women will not see the business value until they see it in action. So by launching them, hey girl, let's go ahead and get you a launch. Let's get, even if it's 2 or 3 people together of your girlfriends that want to play in makeup, that'll help bulk your first order and get you the best discount. Okay, does Tuesday work? Really, it was Leslie Boyd Bradley who just is unapologetic and confident in who she is and like want to be her when I grow up. And that's when I was like, that's right. You just assume that they're going to, and you give them, I give them 2 dates. I have my calendar. You know, I just know what dates work for me for a launch. You give them 2 dates. Okay, give them 2 dates and say, these 2 dates. Because otherwise they're going to be like, no, I think I'm okay, I'm so busy. Don't give them that. Just say, I have got next Tuesday or I've got next Thursday. I can even slide you in on Sunday if we need to. Doesn't work? Okay, give them 2 more dates. Try to do it in the first 14 days. Because of the jump start, they're going to get 50% off. I just tell them, like, I'm not pushing this on you, but I do want to give you the very best discount, right? Okay, so you do that. And everybody gets launched because some people may go like, snap, like that was amazing. It was fun and easy. I don't know. I don't want to say easy because our business is a business, but it's simple. It's a simple business plan. It's not complicated. So give them 2 options and then just take a step today. Take 1 step. You know what I mean? Then take another one. You know, you don't have to like move. I get that way. I like want to move mountains and like implement all of these new things and I get paralyzed. And so you just move back, take a step, take a first step. The next thing is a relaunch. It's never too late to relaunch. When I was revamping my business, I was essentially saying like, either I let summer slump be a thing or I make a decision to take a step, look for some vendor events. I started booking out way in advance. I started some local trainings. I was not doing those because I felt like I didn't know enough. If you have Senna sisters around you, have them meet in your house. Make it simple. Meet and share ideas once a month. And it's an excuse to like get together, right? Okay. Ask your downlines if they want to relaunch. I just said, I'm offering a relaunch for anyone in driving distance of me. This is how far I'm willing to drive. Let me know I'm going to get you on the books. They may want that and not know where to start. Maybe we need to relaunch them on Facebook. Then we're going to do that too. Just offer it. Kristen and I said, Kristen, here's what I'm thinking. She was like, great idea. Let's go ahead and implement that. I talked with Karen, who's my next crown princess, and we just said, that's what we're going to do. That's perfect. We're going to relaunch people. I never did a launch demo because it happened really fast. And we literally, my first 3 or 4 girls didn't get launch demos because we were helping launch their girls. And Nicole, I think, just signed on here, and we didn't launch her either. She like did her own Facebook party immediately. She's a killer with Facebook parties. I know, and Nicole got me this shirt. Nicole's one of my very sweet friends from college, and we get together at least once a year, but always for Christmas time and do like a gift exchange, and she had this shirt made for me. So if you guys see me on Instagram, you can search hashtag Green's Baby Farm, which was funny. When I met Mary, I was like, I have a farm, but it's a baby farm. So Mary has a fancy farm, and I've got a baby farm. So there's that. I'm going to make sure I got all of the notes, because, consistency. Again, like if you're not failing at it and just being consistent, then you're not really doing anything. You have to utilize Facebook, utilize social media as a tool. Absolutely do that. Watch Kristen's EAP party. It's freaking genius. Watch Mary just came on with branding. That's amazing. Stephanie, I only have 3. We discussed a 4th. Then my kids are really bad. My 2-year-old's like an insane person. He's like a living Sour Patch Kid. And he's like, why we can't have nice things or another baby. Okay. So again, this is, if we don't believe in ourselves, nobody's going to. You have to start by saying, like, I believe I can do this. Even if you don't believe it, do it anyway. Do it anyway. Fake it till you make it. Just do it. Just do it. But you have to be willing to grind and hustle. You have to be willing to do the work. And I've probably said that 6 times, but you have to be willing to do the work. You got to dig in. You got to do the work. I promise you, if you do the work, if you follow the business plan, it works. When I finally said, I'm going to follow the business plan, while Book Demo Direct, I'm going to book demos, I'm going to do launches, I'm going to rebook from these, I'm going to get uncomfortable, I'm going to do it, is when we helped kind of ramp all of our businesses. We went from being projected to, in August, of maybe hitting $1 million. I really did want to be a crown princess at the end of the year because I'm competitive, to doing 3.1 million last year. So just so you know, like, even you could have a demo tomorrow with somebody who lights it on fire, but if you don't have that demo, you don't know, right? Right. So you have to get uncomfortable and do that. I think I'm going to end, well, I'll try to, yeah, we're going to end with that because it's 45 minutes. We are breaking the rules of what it means to be businesswomen. So go ahead and just own it. Own it. You are a business owner. You are a businesswoman. No matter what that looks like for you, small, big, Libby Empire, whatever, do it. So, Carissa, just have her in the video with you. Make it, I mean, my kids are in one of the corporate webinars, so, because that's my life, but people need to see that even if they have children, and even if their children are home with them, and they have a baby on the hip, they can still do a Shadow Sense application video, right? Do it anyway. So, own that. Own who you are. Be done apologizing for all of it. Claim it, stand in it, fake it till you make it, and do it. I'm going to look at some of the questions. So that's really important. And I do want to leave this with you guys. The reason that makes Synergent so different, and then we do talk about women empowering women, it's a real deal. It's totally real. I've been in so many different industries with women in sales. You know, this kind of thing does not happen every day. This kind of community and the way that they support each other, and they really love each other, and they mean it when they help each other. They mean it when they're sharing ideas. Some of my very best friends are on different teams, and we still share and love each other because her light, it doesn't take anything away for me to also, there is enough success to go around. There is enough faces for all of us to sell to. That is just, and you all have your own path to walk. That's something else that I always say is, in trainings, is you have to be understanding of the fact that if you put in the work, it will happen. It's going to happen in your own time frame. It's going to happen the way that God intended it for you to, for whatever reason. You just have to let go of that. Trust me, I'm a super competitive person, so I have to bless and release. Okay. Yes, Lindsay, you did apply blue red with a baby on your hip. Like, you guys can do this. Put those babies in your video. Do it anyway. Make it messy. Kara, you mentioned doing relaunches if you are close to him in St. Louis. So I have a 2-hour cap on how far I'll drive. However, you can reach out to your upline if they're close, or maybe you have somebody else that's close, or you can do your own lip and sip. And there, I won't talk about anything that you guys can find in webinars because we don't want to like make it redundant. But you can go to Hostess Coaching, and there's like one on booking that Leslie Boyd Bradley does, and it's amazing. So empower yourself with that, and then mess it up. Get in, get dirty, mess it up. Like, I'm such a hot mess, guys. I screw up stuff all the time. I do things that I think are going to be brilliant, and they like crash and burn. I'm like, well, that didn't work. Moving on. Next. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down. But supporting other women, guys, that's the best thing about it, is that we're all here in this awesome group sharing ideas and knowledge as leaders with other teams of women, because that's how much we believe in it. I want this for everyone, not just my girls. I want it everywhere, because every woman deserves to have this community, to have the opportunity to earn blue cars, to go on these amazing trips, and to have a business that's their own that works in their life. So, Michelle, webinars, if you go in the back office under resources and then training, then you can look at the webinars, and they've cleaned those up. There's so many good ones. You could watch them forever. They're awesome. So awesome, awesome, awesome. I think that's like the biggest things that I had. If you have, importante. The question for, the Christmas question, what color lights do you like on houses for Christmas? I love Christmas lights on houses. So that's my question. I love white lights. One year I let my kids pick. We had multicolored lights on our last house, and it drove me crazy. It was cute though. But I love white lights, like on, like super straight. So, white. So make sure when you comment white lights or colored lights or flashing lights or whatever, or no lights. You're like, I don't do that. And then comment with your CP's name. Also, there is a Google Doc pinned on the top of this page. You guys do need to comment in there and fill out that form. So, white lights. I know, those old school, Jason, I'm talking about the old school bulbs that were shaped like, they look like Christmas trees, or like little cones, and they're multicolored. They made me think of my grandma. So I just love Christmas so much. My Christmas tree has been up since the weekend after Halloween. I do travel a lot, or I was traveling a lot in October and November, so I put them up for the weekend that I had. So, yes, Veronica, I'm your CP for like just a few more weeks until Karen hits, and then so I'm sure I forgot something important, but you guys can go back and make notes. So your challenge for today is answering that question, but then your challenge is to take a first step. Take a step. Take a step. Whatever it is, take a step today. Second thing, I want you guys to, if you don't already know your elevator pitch, what do you do? What do you do? You're going to know your elevator pitch. And the third thing that you're going to do today as a challenge is, what have you been up to? How are you going to answer people from now on, if you don't already do this? How are you going to answer that when they say, what have you been up to? Oh my gosh, girl, just got back from Dallas. I went to this amazing training with a makeup artist, and I can't wait to use it in my business. Oh my gosh, I've been so busy. It's awesome. We got to take a trip with the kids that Synagent's paid for. I just love working from home. Whatever it is, know it. Know your elevator pitch, know what you're going to say, and do that, and take a step today. So take a first step today if you've been feeling paralyzed. Even if that step is to message your upline and be like, I want to relaunch, do that. So, awesome. I'm going to try to scroll back through here because I feel like I can't look at all of the feed when I'm talking because I'm such a spaz. I get distracted super easily. So, I'll go back through that. Again, this is open for 24 hours. Oh, my favorite thing. Okay, so I have two favorite things. First thing is my ring light, which I have in a box in my closet, but it's also stocked behind Christmas gifts that I'm going to wrap today. I love wrapping gifts. But favorite thing is, okay, so if you guys can kind of see the picture, it clamps on somewhere. It holds your phone, and it has this like light. So so that you guys can use it like a table or a vanity or whatever. I think it's awesome. I have an extra one, so that's mine, and a ring light that clips on a phone. So, guys, go ahead and do that. Awesome. So it wasn't super long, but it's right at 52 minutes. So I'm going to hop off. You guys have your challenges. I'm so blessed that you spent an hour of your morning on a Saturday with me, and get to relaunching, get to being unapologetic, get that elevator pitch, and know what you're going to say. And I love you all. Have a blessed, happy, hustling December. Get to it. So, bye.